AEW's once again in the news, Jim.
Oh, boy.
I received a press release yesterday, 3:07 p.m., as we are recording today. Wrestling legend Ric Flair signs multi-year deal with AEW. The Nature Boy's new Woo Energy announced as exclusive energy drink of AEW. So there's the headline. Let me get your first thoughts on this.
Well, no, and I mean, everybody knows I love Flair for what he's done for me, and this is meant with all the love in the world, and I include myself in this age group. At this point, isn't a long-term deal for Flair or me a bit of an optimistic decision? How long can these terms be at this point?
To be fair, when he got booked in AEW, he thought it was just a new version of Kill Tony. A different Tony.
I'm happy for him, but what a deal they've got here, because as you read on, there's more emphasis placed on where the energy drink is going to be featured on the program and how it's going to be featured in the locker room rather than what Flair's actually going to be doing there for the next 2 years. Read some more of it.
November 2nd, 2023. AEW CEO Tony Khan today announced a multi-year deal with Hall of Famer Nature Boy Ric Flair, who surprised fans in attendance and viewers at home during last Wednesday's AEW Dynamite show in Philadelphia, making his historic return to TBS by appearing as Khan's special gift for the icon, Sting. Flair's AEW debut comes on the heels of his longtime friend Sting's impending retirement announcement, which will culminate with the Icon's final match at AEW Revolution in 2024. They never announced a date for that, right?
I don't know. I take enough notes as it is with these people, but I don't think maybe they haven't locked the building down.
Over the course of their 30-year history, Flair and Sting have shared incredible rivalries, momentous matches, and a respected friendship. Khan also announced that Flair's Woo Energy will become the exclusive energy drink of AEW. During AEW show dates, select host venues will carry the clean energy drink at concession stands for fans to enjoy.
Which that means any building, and I don't know how many of them there are going to be, that doesn't have an exclusive soft drink or energy drink distributor. Is it a Coke building or a Pepsi building? That type of deal. What are these energy drinks? Is it I don't drink them. They'll give you a fucking heart attack. But they've got the what are the goddamn energy drinks, Brian? Brand names.
They're going to be at the venues. Can I get a Ricky Starks t-shirt? No, I'm sorry, we don't have that. Here, have some of Flair's piss water. What the fuck? They're going to be at the venues.
But no, I'm serious that they're not going to be able to do that in a lot of he keeps running these big buildings that have big contracts and NBA deals and shit.
Well, they can embed it in the show. The concession area, I don't know about their contractual status with each venue, but back to this. In addition, the beverage will be stocked in the wrestler's locker room.
Yeah.
And will also be seen on the announcer's desk during live broadcasts. So if you wonder why it's there, we're going to say in advance, it's only because they're paying us.
Yes. They have announced that they are being paid, and as part of the deal to get Flair to come and be on their TV, they're going to set some of the energy drink on the announcer's desk every week.
Fans watching at home can...
I don't remember, I understand announcing sponsorship deals. I don't remember them going into quite that much detail. We're going to stock this shit in the locker room too, folks.
Fans watching at home can experience Woo Energy by having a kamikaze or two. By ordering
a tray of kamikazes as soon as you walk in the door. You can have Woo Energy.
By ordering via wooenergy.com. Good luck getting the fans to remember how many O's are in that. Last Wednesday, this is a quote now from Tony Khan. Last Wednesday, the Nature Boy made his epic return to TBS. More than 35 years since the Flair versus Sting rivalry first began on the Superstation. It's truly an honor to welcome the legend himself and Woo Energy to AEW. Rick cemented his legacy as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time long ago.
think it was cement overshoes over the last year or so, but go ahead.
And now his world-renowned persona, his world-renowned persona and his amazing wrestling mind will be a major asset to AEW's programming and our position globally. Most importantly, it's fitting that the final chapter of Sting's iconic career will unfold on TBS with Ric Flair by his side. Here's a quote from Ric Flair. "I've been in the wrestling business for over 50 years. Together with AEW and Woo Energy, I've never been more excited, and I've never had more energy. When the Nature Boy promises a show, you know it's gonna go. Woo!" And now here's a quote from Chad Bronstein, the president and chairman of Karma Hold Company, the parent company.
Who the fuck? What?
The parent company of Woo Energy.
Oh, okay.
Who I'm sure we'll be reading about in some bankruptcy papers in a few years.
No, not.
We've all been part of
Herb Abrams should have been the fucking chairman of Woo Energy.
We've all been part of a Woo moment. Time stops, crowds erupt, and people unite to celebrate the extraordinary. It's electric. You hear it, feel it, and never forget it. This is so much more than a partnership. Together, Ric Flair, AEW, and everyone at Woo Energy will create will create more unforgettable moments for generations of wrestling fans. And then it has here about AEW. Founded by CEO, GM, and head of creative Tony Khan in 2019, AEW is a red-hot professional wrestling promotion featuring a world-class roster that is injecting new spirit, freshness, and energy into the industry. So, and then actually also about Woo Energy. Experience clean energy without the jitters. Inspired by Ric Flair, inspired by Uncle
Clean
Jitters.
energy, is that going to help with our carbon footprint?
Inspired by Ric Flair's iconic catchphrase, and none of what he drinks. And brought to you by Karma Hold Co. Indulge in delicious
Karma Hold Co.
Indulge in delicious Woo Energy in dragon fruit, lemon, and strawberry banana flavors. Order now at wooenergy.com and follow the Woo on Instagram and X. So this is a major day in the energy drink business. Ric Flair.
So do you think the tagline is going to be, if you're dragon ass, drink dragon fruit?
So are they paying Flair and then paying AEW a sponsorship deal, so they're paying Flair to be on AEW TV?
Well, here's what I believe from all of this jibber jabber and falderall that is going on, is that somebody came up with the idea, or somebody mentioned it, or maybe Sting mentioned it. Hey, can we get Flair to come down? Or maybe Tony Khan thought, oh my God, Flair and Sting on TBS. And they called Flair, and Flair said, sure, I'll be glad to come in for a couple of years and sponsor my energy drink. And that's what's happened. And again, I'm not knocking Rick at all as far as taking this deal. But what Tony has done here again is he's going back to his childhood. I thought you did this when you were in your 70s and 80s. Go back to your childhood. These are the people that he grew up idolizing, and now he can have them. He can put them on his TV. He can, position them and have them, do scenarios that he dreams up. And I said jokingly, I said, at this point, a long-term deal for Flair is optimistic, but what is the long-term deal? Yes, they can sponsor his energy drink as long as there's an energy drink. Unless you are saying his great mind for the business, unless they are saying we are going to ask him what he thinks for the next couple of years, what's he going to be doing when Sting retires? That is he, And we're bringing in another old friend of mine that I'm going to ride to the sunset with, or whatever. What would he be doing at this point on a weekly or even a regular recurring basis on television for the next 2 years? This was to get him in with Sting. He'll probably disappear after that. He'll still be getting paid without having to leave the house. And they're buying goddamn, truckloads of his energy drink.
I'll watch him every week. Ric Flair tries to drink an actual can of this without vomiting. I'm on their website right now. First of all, and we have to address this in a moment. We will in a moment, because not yet. But Ric Flair has been covered in scandals or issues and stories, and it's been a bad few years, and a lot of people haven't forgotten about that. You go to the website for Woo Energy, a carefully crafted energy drink. Break the rules. Be spontaneous and create your own joy. Sounds like Flair's defense in the trial right there. But this is interesting. They said,
haven't we all created our own joy?
They said that it's a clean energy drink. It says here it's focused energy, mood boosting, stress relieving. It's a sparkling mushroom elixir.
What? Sparkling mushrooms? Is that another way of saying fucking magic mushrooms? What's in this stuff?
It may explain why Flair dresses the way he does now.
That should be. He thinks he's wearing Brooks Brothers. He can't tell. He can't see it.
It's a sparkling mushroom elixir, and it says here, it has information. What are adaptogenic mushrooms? Adaptogenic mushrooms have been around for centuries. These compounds contain aptogens that help the body fight off harmful chemicals and biological effects that create stress at the cellular level.
and also they're good with spinach and boars and cheese.
Hold on, there's a little more. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. Using these naturally potent antioxidants daily can help protect and enhance overall well-being. Also in this is lion's mane, known for its nootropic benefits, helps to increase focus, memory, and may enhance concentration. And finally, cordyceps
may enhance cooperation, or may enhance cooperation, may enhance concentration. Maybe I need some of this shit. What's the psilocybin content?
Well, finally, it has cordyceps, widely known to boost energy and rejuvenate the mind, body, and soul, helping you.
The soul rejuvenation is what I'm interested in.
Ric Flair has a magical drink that solves everything. Our mushroom energy boosting blend can help it hold on, I'll try it again. Our mushroom energy boosting blend can help increase mental clarity, enhance performance, and elevate stamina. It can also help balance microflora in the gut and support overall cognitive brain function. So they say here that...
What does it do for hemorrhoids?
It can fight off the harmful chemicals and biological effects that create stress at the cellular level. So this goes right to the fucking cells, ladies and gentlemen. And also, it will increase your focus, memory, and may enhance concentration. They can't promise that. That's the one thing they can't promise. And also, it will, one of the ingredients is known to help rejuvenate the mind, body, but of course the soul. So if you have any soul issues, ladies and gentlemen, you may want to try this. You may end up dressing like Ric Flair if you have soul issues right now. But Jim, will you be trying this?
The chemist, world famous chemist Henry Heckel, responsible for this concoction. It'll transform you just like that from the cellular level.
Will you be trying this?
No, and not because of the way we just took the piss out of it. No, I'm not going to drink any of these energy drinks, the Red Bull or the little shot things that they have all over these convenience stores. It's a heart attack waiting to happen. There's no reason I can't consume that much goddamn caffeine and excitable chemicals. I'm already excitable. I don't need to put myself any further on edge. I've got enough energy to do the things I need to do.
Well, Jim, I pulled up one of the labels here for the dragon fruit variety.
What's in this thing? What are you?
I can't
Please be
funny. I can't get how funny this is.
A medical professional here. Act your age.
A powerful blend of proven ingredients that will put the woo in your day. Woo Energy's Dragon Fruit Sparkling Mushroom Elixir, words you've never heard put together before, is made with natural antioxidants, nootropics, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and caffeine that deliver hours of sustained, non-jittery energy and focus, and then in caps, like Russo wrote it, without the crash.
Without the crash? What's the crash?
They have 150 milligrams of caffeine.
What do you crash on this shit? Is it?
It says without the crash.
Incapacitate you? Well, I mean the normal shit that has the crash.
Well,
this is without the crash.
In general, caffeine could make you crash if you have a lot of caffeine and stop. Sure. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad.
Stay away from fucking caffeine. That's what hospitalized me.
Well, this is one of the interesting ingredients here. The 1,500 milligrams of the proprietary blend, which includes...
Well, what the fuck is that?
Theanine, go-to cola extract, the mushroom blend, and here are the ingredients of the mushroom blend: lion's mane, cordyceps.
Wait, what? Oh, what? That's serious. That's some type of plant, right? Lion's mane. It can't be actual hair from the back of a fucking lion.
I wouldn't think so, but again, I'll keep going. Cordyceps, chaga, turkey tail, shiitake, maitake, and red reishi.
What about your taki?
And red reishi, I guess it is. So what do you think?
What the fuck is any of this shit?
This is the stuff that saves your soul and cures all the problems at the cellular level, Jim.
Well, I hope they sell a bunch of it.
Is this going to be AEW Slim Jim?
Well, I'm worried. Is it going to be their Waterloo? Because if they put this stuff in a locker room with all the problems they already have, with guys fighting and being pissed at each other and whisper campaigns and slandering and the like, and they get all jacked up on this stuff, and actually it brings them souls, then this could be, they should televise the security camera footage in the locker room rather than what's going on in the ring. It'll be more violent and more believable.
A little known fact, the House of Black have actually been advertising Ric Flair's energy drink. Every time Julia Hart spits something out, that's the reaction. The new strawberry banana variety of the drink.
And then he announces, oh my God, she misted her with the dragon fruit. That's automatic hospitalization.
That projectile vomiting was brought to you by Ric Flair's energy drink. Look at how much energy he seems to have right now. Of all the people that have an energy drink, Ric Flair?
Hey, I'm glad he's getting paid. I'm glad it's for 2 years, and I hope that Tony's father guaranteed the contract. But
what sign does Ric Flair coming to AEW, whether it's for an energy drink and he'll be there for 2 years because of it, or just coming in, and Tony wanted him a few years ago when everything hit with Darkseid. Is it worth him coming in right now to AEW, knowing the reaction some people are going to have, knowing the position the company's in right now? Again, you're bringing in another person, and again, Ric Flair's an all-time legend, but you're bringing in another same show, Big Show just came back. You keep bringing people back so that it doesn't mean anything when you bring people back. But is it worth having Ric Flair there right now?
Well, and here's the thing is that, again, we're in a situation where the most popular, not even most, but most well-known, biggest stars, biggest celebrities, mainstream names in the wrestling industry that work for AEW have all continued to be behind the scenes or backstage or in a non-wrestling role. And I mean, it's hard for the young guys to get over when everybody sees these older guys as the big stars. And especially when the guys are too old to be able to work with these young guys and put them over. So then you start creating the dissension in the locker room where the young guys are going, well, geez, these guys, all they got to do is show up and plug their energy drink or do commentary or don't even have to show up. They all get paid. And, we actually got to take bumps and get hurt. But, that, again, I'm not knocking Rick. I'm glad he's got this deal because I can't imagine why Tony gave it a long-term deal just to get Rick to make appearances for Sting's retirement. What is he going to do afterwards?
And past it.
And past that. They don't listen to any legends that have any opinions anyway, and I don't honestly know that Rick has been paying enough attention to the wrestling business over the past few years to have a goddamn opinion or gives a shit. I know that he was the only one when he was the booker in 89 and early 90 in WCW that got the ratings back up and got the pay-per-views back up and got the quality of the show back up. But that's when he was in the middle of it. And he, as we mentioned, he was the big picture guy that put things together and then had me and Kevin do the details, the paperwork. I don't think in 35 years he suddenly decided, I want to do all this shit by myself. I'll take over the book, Tony. So he can't and shouldn't wrestle. He overshadows anybody he manages or appears with unless it's like a Sting where they got the history.
Andrade, his son-in-law.
Oh, my God. Maybe because it's not like that anybody's going to really go crazy over Andrade, whatever his fucking name is, to begin with. And Lord knows somebody needs to talk for him. But still, that's the problem is it overshadows everybody because he's Ric Flair. But and they won't listen to him backstage because that's been proven with everybody else. So Rick's got a great deal. He'll do this until Sting retires, and then they'll probably not be able to think of a lot of shit, and he'll get to fucking stay home and open his mailbox and get a big check.